Is happening, buddy? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about another week one game. It's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs versus those Los Angeles Chargers. This game is in Sao Paulo, Brazil, so keep that in mind. This isn't a home game for the Chargers. But yeah, we have the Thursday game tomorrow with the Cowboys and Eagles. We have the Friday game with the KC and LAC. And then we have the Sunday slate. So we got football. We're almost there. We're almost there. We just got to get through one more day. But before we get always like from me, definitely subscribe. That helps me turn y'all know. It helps out the YouTube algorithm when you hit the like. It's free. It doesn't cost any money. And yeah, we're here. It's football time. So Kansas City is 3.5 point favorites, 46 over and under. It's gonna be on YouTube at 7 p.m. Yeah, so let's talk about it with the Chiefs first. So Patrick Mahomes, 10,000. What can I say wrong about Patrick Mahomes here? It's kind of like Jalen Hurts. There's nothing wrong to say. He's going to get the rushing TDs when he can. The weapons, that's another question that we probably need to talk about because the weapons we're not going to have Rashee Rice. Um, so he's suspended for the first 6 games. What does this mean? Who's going to step up? We need to figure it out because last year Travis Kelce was not really stepping up a ton. It was kind of disgusting here and there playing him sometimes. Cincinnati was terrible. Yeah. Atlanta, terrible. Chargers, he had a decent game at 15, but that's not really going to get it done either at this price tag. Um, it was definitely, yeah, 9. That's again, different year, of course, but still, it's not going to work for us. Um, but we have a Xavier Worthy, the speedster. He can get you like it's the rushing attack as well can be there for him at 9,000. He's going to be the number one guy. It's going to be him or Kelsey. I think it's going to be a mixture of both, of course. But can I trust Travis Kelsey? Is football even on his mind? That's another story for the other day. Um, but I'm liking Worthy here as a contrarian option at 9,000. Kelsey again, it's buyer beware with him. Pacheco at 7,600. Last year was an interesting year for him as well. I mean, the injuries, of course, were sustained, but he seems to be healthy. This seems to be the go-to guy, of course. I mean, we saw it in the game to where this is the last preseason game, 3 for 21 with a TD. That wasn't bad, of course, for a stat line. So that's where I'm kind of looking. For running back at 7,600, that's not bad when we have here. Let's do this. 36 for Kareem Hunt. Does he get mixture? Does he get it mixed in? I can see it. At 36, that's a value. And then let's just go ahead and jump to receiver. Hollywood Brown, 5'8". That's a cheap price tag for Hollywood Brown. He's been a full participant in practice this week. Will be available Friday's game. Coming back from the ankle injury. Um, Juju at 3-2. He has been a consistent target for Mahomes. We've seen it. But I said, look, he had a boom game against New Orleans. So is this a better year for him? I could see it, but is Thornton going to get the mixture as well? Because he made the 53-man roster. He saw Rudd in the preseason, 1 for 58, 2 targets last game. I could see Thornton taking over Juju, possibly. I know I said Juju was consistent, but still, the production was consistent on his terms. I mean, 3 targets, 2 targets, 1 target, 1 reception, 2 receptions, two. That's basically what he's going to get you is 1 to 2 receptions, and that's about it. And you're hoping for a TD. You're hoping one of those is a TD. So if Tyreek Thornton as more of a downfield threat can get it done for you at 1-2, I don't mind it at all. Because one of these guys is going to have to step up on this receiver's side of the ball. With no Royals, with no Rice, we have Worthy, Brown, Juju, or Thornton. So it's going to be one of them. And then the backup tight end, I'm not really getting a Tonian or Noah Gray. Um, Running back we talked about, like I said, with Hunt, with Pacheco. Let's go to LA. So looking at the LA side, Herbert 9-8. Do I like it? I do. I do like it. Do I think this is going to be a shootout? It's quite possible, or this could be a sloppy game. We've seen it last, like I said, not taking this into consideration, but last year he only got 13 fantasy points for you against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a different year. Of course it is, but we'll have to build. We'll build in a second. Running back wise, Hampton's priced over Najee Harris. Who's going to get the first run? Who's going to get the first crack at it? Um, because Najee Harris is a full-time participant in practice. They're saying that he's ramping up to play. Do I even want to mess with this? Is my thing. With 7,000 for Najee Harris at 8,000 for Hampton. I really don't want to mess with it. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't. Tight end wise, Conklin with Disley, who's gonna be tight end one? Who's gonna step up? So they're cheap. They're cheap options. We know that. And the receiver, this is McConkey 10-6. The pricing is interesting on this slate. Keenan Allen 6'4", Quentin Johnson, who can't catch anything, 5'4". I mean, Trey Harris is only 3'4". Let's build because this is going to be an interesting slate to try to build on. Let's try to build. So let's make a story of maybe it's Worthy. Maybe it's Worthy who's getting it done. Then we have Mahomes, of course. That leaves you 6-6 left over. The run game is what I do not like really messing with here in this game. I don't know why. Just the pricing is disgusting to me. Do I think Trey Harris get the bump? Possibly. It's possible. I mean, it's certainly possible. Let's go with Trey Harris. 7-7. Hollywood Brown, 8-6. I mean, we have McConkey at 10-6 still. And then we could play what, Quentin Johnson, but that's not really great pricing. Can we get Mahomes at capped? Yeah. We can do that. Just make it to where the 3-3. But again, I kind of rather have I need Herbert in there. But yeah, this slate's gonna be something. So again, I can't wait for it though. Again, I it's just this pricing is something. That's why I know I keep repeating myself, but still, I mean, when you have McConkey at 10-6, that makes it hard. When you have Mahomes here at 10K, and then Worthy is the number one receiver, or is it going to be Kelsey who needs to step up at 8-6? Running back is are disgusting with this range of 7,000, 7,600, 8,000. Tight ends are cheap on the Charger side. So we're going to be looking at a lot of receivers, I think. But that breaks down the slate for us as though. Thank you for tuning in. It's a great set for us today, everybody. Have a good one.